So what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Austin back again with another episode. Well, not really an episode. This is just gonna be one of my build cars, and this one is actually a mid S2 Shelby GT350R for circuit racing. So I went in. I left the stock engine because you want to not overpower it, keep the rear wheel drive, and do a twin turbo. On top of that, since we're using it for track, we want to put the Forza racing bumper and the racing wing. You want to go in here. You want to make sure you have race tires. Biggest in the front, biggest in the rear. Wheels, you can honestly just use what you want, but I used the Fix Profile 5. Rim size, leave that at 19 inches for front and rear. For the drivetrain, we got the racing clutch, race transmission, race driveline, and the race differential. Then for platform handling, we got the race brakes, your race springs and dampers, race front anti-roll bars, race rear anti-roll bars, race chassis reinforcement and roll cage, and a racing weight reduction. Now we go into the engine, and we got the race intake, stock fuel system, stock ignition, race exhaust, stock cams and valves, stock engine block, stock pistons compression, street twin turbo, no intercooler, stock oil cooling, and a racing flywheel. Now, yeah, so street twin turbo because it's swapped. Now, this car will hook corners pretty good. It will get away from you sometimes if you're not careful. Like if you come into a corner way too hot, you will get a little bit of oversteer. It is a muscle car. But anyway, let's get to the tune here. We got 29 PSI for the front, 28.5 for the rear. The gearing, I got a 3 for the final drive, a 2.90 first, 2 second, 1.50 third, 1.16 fourth, 0.94 fifth, and a 0.78 for sixth. The alignment, I went with negative 1.0 degrees of front camber, negative 0.3 degrees of rear camber, and then for the toe, I got 0.2 degrees of out, and then negative 0.3 degrees in. And then the front caster angle is 5.5 degrees. The anti-roll bars, 31.26 for the front and 20.16 for the rear. Springs, the front ones are pretty stiff. They're at 1,100.4 pound-inches. The rear is at 975.8 pound-inches. Ride height for the front, 4.2 inches, and the rear, 5 inches. Damping, I got 15 in the front for stiffness, while rebound stiffness, 13.3 for the rear. Bump stiffness in the front, 6.6, and 5.9 for the rear. Max the aero out, so the front's at 466 and the rear's at 881. Braking, I moved the balance a little more toward the front at 55%, and I lowered the braking pressure down by 5% to 95. And I did leave, well, I kind of turned the acceleration and deceleration down just a little bit, so you're not going to completely blast the tires off. It will, because essentially what you're doing when you're turning that down is essentially it's going to give it to a degree a traction control sort of, but you're not actually having to run traction control. So now if we just go, well, actually if I turn this around real quick, I'm not going to start up a race or anything. I'm just going to show you what it could do, like on this one little layout over here. Hopefully the traffic cars don't get in the way too much, but this is where one of the circuit tracks are. I'll just do a short demonstration so you can see sort of how it handles. See right there, if you like nail it in second gear, it will blast the tires a little bit, but for the most part it just holds the corners very nicely.
Arrived at your destination.
Now this car is very competitive. Now second gear, I do like my cars to have that little bit of oversteer so I can throw them into corners a little bit more aggressively if I need to, but this car is pretty competitive as it is for the S2, especially with it only being a mid S2 car at 942 instead of all the way up at 998. Like a lot of the guys will run Lamborghinis and stuff, which will definitely be faster in a straight line over you, but half of the guys that do that with Lamborghinis, they're all-wheel drive, so they don't really have as good of a cornering ability unless they actually know how to tune the cars, because when it comes to circuit racing, essentially your best option is a rear-wheel drive car, because you do encounter a lot of understeer with all-wheel drive, whereas rear-wheel drive, it's more oversteer. And in my opinion, I'd rather have oversteer than understeer, because understeer is when you're trying to turn into a corner and the car wants to not turn. So with that said, you guys have the upgrades, you have the tune, try it out. You could also buy this in my storefront if you would like, but till next time guys, I'll see you in the next video.